Okay, now I am continuing on the table structure. We have job table. Okay, this is the table where we are inserting what is the job need to run. Like we have notification job or alert job, otherwise maintenance job, like that. For replication we have snapshot job, log reader, agent job. Okay, for distribution job, distribution agent job, etc, etc. Like that we have multiple jobs. I will explain later for each job. Now these job details to be stored in job table. Okay, then after each job contain multiple operation. Okay, for that operation we are saying that as a job step. So I will explain like job step is nothing but, suppose in our code nest, we have synchronization module. There we are doing multiple steps, like one is raw data generation step, next is exporting raw data, then after that processing raw data, updating to the target, downloading by target, unprocessing by target, finally importing into DB. Okay, these are the steps. Like that, for each operation we have multiple steps out there. Okay, those all steps whatever required to run, we need to register in some place. Okay, and whatever the configuration required for each step, those also register in one place. Okay, that's why we need table is job step table. For each job we have multiple job step. Then now we created the configuration of the job and what are the steps it is doing. These two are will be created, but when this job need to be run, okay, those things will be designed from the scheduler. We have scheduler is there. Okay, this scheduler is mapped to any one job, map to any one job. Then after execution of the job timing, like we say periodic, in periodic, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, quarterly, like that in periodic. Other schedulers like trigger based something. Okay, this is the scheduler where we are registering the configuration that when this job need to invoke. Okay, and at what time it need to invoke. Okay, this, for that purpose we need scheduler table. Okay, these three only the configuration table. Okay, I discussed these three or the configuration table. Next we are going to discuss the workflow. So before going the workflow, let us take, okay, uh, so first one second, which one will be the better? Okay, I will explain tables only. So whenever scheduler executed, okay, after executing, it fetch what are the jobs which are available to run or execute. Okay, now scheduler find that one job is there, like serialization or synchronization job or snapshot job, like that some job is there you need to execute. Okay, to this job, now scheduler take the responsibility of the execution, but actual execution will not done by the actual execution of the job will not done by the scheduler. There is some other service is there which take the responsibility to execute the job. Okay, then what it is doing, it create one execution instance, and to that instance we are stored in job activity table. Okay, whenever job is created or executed, for each execution one job activity is created. Okay, then actually in the workflow there is one queue is there. In that queue, this execution of the job instance, we can say that job activity is nothing but the one time execution of the job, that means job session. We can say each time whenever job is executed, for that we are saying that session or instance or some maybe some. So my point is one time execution is stored in database as a job activity, and so each job activity there is a queue is there, that queue take the responsibility to execute this job. So how it is executing, for this job we have multiple steps are there. Let us take 3 steps are there. Okay, to each step it is executing, then for each step job will be need to store, we need to track what for each step details of the respective job ID. That then for each job activity we have multiple job history for each activity, and for each step, each activity and each step we have one job history. Then any table I missed. Then final is one table is there, that is job step log table. This table purpose is it store the logs related to each step. Okay, but it you can say that there is already history is there to store each step log. Okay, but history is not storing any messages, it is storing only status like this only, but we need manual message like how log we are storing, those logs to be stored in job step log. And by default this job log step is mutable type, and it is mapped to job step, not job activity. So due to mapping of job step, there is only one job log, job step log. Okay. Okay, then the final design you understood here. This is the final design. This is schedule. Each schedule need to run either one or multiple jobs, and then each jobs contain multiple steps, and each job will be run by multiple times. For each time we are tracking recorded as a instance as a job activity, and for each activity it is executing these all steps. So those data will be stored in job history, and then finally for each step, for active job running activity, we have job log.